You can just barely open your mouth to scream before you're plunged directly into the blackness of its pupil, the ice-cold liquid of the inner eye, the aqueous humor, rushing up your nose and ears and open mouth.
And that's why we shouldn't talk to strangers anymore. Lights, camera, action. And here we are. Every stranger has a story. But some are better left untold. Learn to avoid them because at the Elephant Hotel, TMOA and Dr. Erie learn what happens when you don't keep your distance.
Last you checked, it was a little after 10 p.m. By midnight, you'll probably be a sloppy mess. How did you get to this point? After the day's tedium, you went to the after party with everyone else. Anyone you'd wanted to see at the after party either didn't show up or left a while ago. Apparently looking forward to tomorrow enough that they were willing to cap off today early. Not you. You're restless.
Thus begins.
There's a lot of urban legend-based trivia floating around, like if your hotel room smells too heavily of perfume, it's because they're hiding the smell of a dead body they just removed. You found some stuff you hadn't known before, too. People come to hotels to make themselves into strangers, with all the freedom that brings. Could try people watching at the check-in desk. Off to the side, a man is arguing with customer service. Behind you, of course, the crowd at the bar is going strong. Even the dining area is still open and pretty packed. Okay, what's first?
We begin our night in one of the few places where talking to strangers feels normal.
There was only one option. Before long, he's back with your drink.
The server's tricks felt like a welcome escape from the chaos, but comfort can be a trap. And with our guard down, the server revealed their true colors.
Bartender rolls up his sleeves and holds his hand out to the side, pulling 3 cards out of thin air. 2 jokers and the king of hearts. Portentous. You've seen him offer this game to patrons at the bar earlier tonight. If you pick the king, you probably win a free drink or something.
1 in.
Sweet fancy Moses, why not? You lean your head on one hand, watch as the bartender puts the same show on for you, the cards dancing up and down his arms. Gives me the heebie-jeebies. He finishes and holds the 3 splayed cards in front of you. You reach out and pick the card no one ever picks. What'll it be? It's the King of Hearts. Another smirk starts across your face. What do I wit? But before you can finish your question, he grabs your hand holding the card, pulls you forward over the bar, and as he leans in, and kisses you.
What just happened? What?
I do believe I've just been assaulted by the staff of this hotel.
We wander off to the dining room, dumbstruck, hoping the menu is less confusing than our last encounter. With strangers, it's hard to tell where the line between charm and trouble really sits.
You grab a seat at the last open table in the dining area.
Excuse me, do you mind if I sit here?
You look up and see a young woman with a heavy messenger bag draped over her shoulder, one hand already on the back of the chair opposite you.
I think they're trying to start packing up, and since I don't have any food, they asked me to move. I'm really sorry to.
By all means, make yourself comfortable.
And suddenly we're deep in discussion about eyeballs and science. At the time it felt harmless.
Preparing for a lecture?
Oh no, I'm just doing some follow-up reading after the ocular biometrics presentation today. Interesting stuff for sure.
Ah, I see. Yes, sirree.
Her lecture winds down and we can't help but feel the tension lingering.
You're not sure why the smart woman is giving you the time of day. Rather, the night. But she seems to be liking this conversation enough to prefer it over what she came down here to do in the first place.
We try to steer the night into a word game, hoping for a more normal afternoon.
You just list all the best words you know.
Stop.
Let's pick a letter to start with. How about B for Venus?
Are we really going to do this?
Yes, your future as a best-selling author, it depends on it.
Bungalow!
Bablative.
Boondoggle.
You raise your eyebrows and intone the next word with a wide-eyed gaze, like a magic spell. pronouncing each syllable as fro as you can. Fabulous. She bursts out laughing.
We weren't funny. Was it Riz? No.
He stops laughing, but tries, mostly unsuccessfully, to catch her smile before it completely falls off her face.
Actually, it's getting kinda late.
We were a side character for too long. We had to get out of there.
Yet somehow these dangers are tracking us, almost sniffing us out. We barely catch our breath when a new, far more fragrant predator arrives.
A cloud of way too much perfume smacks into you right after he passes by. He's headed away from the main area of the lobby, toward the back exit. The guy has his sleeves rolled up to his elbows. You can see some stains on him. Whose heart is he wearing on his sleeves?
The question hangs in the air, but our attention is pulled elsewhere. Perfume, red stains, moments that find us before we find them. Could our meds be twisting the night around us?
Oh no, I just realized one of those guys. Ugh. Not that I take meds, I'm the kind of guy who sends himself his notes.
Eerily, the lobby goes quiet.
There's no sign of that guy anymore. Someone from the dining area shoots you a look like your head is covered in eyes and quickly glances away. What does that mean?
Either way, it's time to make a move. We head for the elevator. We take the elevator straight to the 7th floor.
One door has a discolored patch of carpet in front of it. Almost like a portion of it was bleached with powder, drawing a loose line from one side of the doorway to the other. Buddy, I don't think that's bleach you're looking at.
I guess we'll find out soon enough. We head to the elevator. 6, please.
The door is shut behind her as you press the button. Heading somewhere warmer soon?
My own private island, actually.
What is this game? She meets your glance with an unreadable gaze, and something faintly resembling a smile. Chime rings. 6th floor. Doors open and you step out. After a pace, you turn to your side. But she isn't standing behind you, beside you, in front of you, underneath you. She's still in the elevator, rapidly pressing what you assume is the door close button. Just before the door is closed between you two, you notice she's looking intensely right at you. A tiny voice in your head pushes through the swirling fog of your thoughts and shouts, "Don't talk to strangers on elevators, you creep."
Sure, we may be a little creepy for talking, but she's the real creeper for staring.
You're so preoccupied with avoiding introspection that you don't notice the other person in the hallway at first. He's walking in the opposite direction down the hall as you, head down, absorbed in his phone, like you're not even there. You keep walking, but something itches on the back of your neck. You turn around. At the other end of the hallway from you, you see a wolf looking over its shoulder back at you.
This night just keeps getting better. Now we've got a werewolf. Thanks, Twilight. Twilight Zone. Yes, thank you, Twilight Zone. Instantly, we hop on the elevator to the 4th floor. Time to find our room. Though, which one was it again?
You roam the halls of the 4th floor, not sure what you're looking for until you come across room 431. The door is slightly ajar. Inside, you can hear the hotel phone ringing.
Oh.
No one seems to be picking it up. But you go in, halfway through asking yourself, you're already opening the door. Only the bathroom lights are on. I don't like the look of that sink. Still water in the bathroom sink, tinted a faint burgundy by some other fluid mixed in with it. Feeling the weight of the night's drinking, you slump onto the bed, facing the phone. Man, we're really making ourselves at home here.
Whoever this room is for, if they come in here while we're like this, that would be a moment.
Finally, you have the Guhans to pick up.
Voice on the other end of the line is deep and jagged. Each sentence is spat out.
You're sick, you know that? You think I'm just gonna tell you I'm calling the cops?
You shouldn't be here hearing this. These words aren't for you.
Drifting out of that wrong room.
Yet another sterile, anonymous hole.
We don't know which way is safe. Out of options and sanity.
You take out your keycard. There's only 50 rooms on this floor, and one of them's gotta be yours, you're pretty sure. Beep. Not 1050. Beep. Not 1049 either. Beep. Nope. The door to room 1048 unlocks. You stumble into the room, closing the door behind you.
A moment of peace.
What happened tonight? You're not the only one asking that question. Sure, you maybe saw some things you can't really explain. Lonely wolves in hallways, that sort of thing. Got to talk to some people. Angry people. Shady people. People smarter than you. Maybe.
But what if we did things differently?
Maybe the customer service desk could have introduced you to someone else who needed company for the night. Maybe if you stumbled into the right hotel room at the right time, you'd have been whisked to another dimension.
Sure, we could explore, but some stories are best left unopened. But this story seems eager to remain open.
There's a knock at the door. For a moment you just stare at the door in the darkness, wondering if that too had just happened. Your only answer is a series of louder, more insistent knocks, which stirs up a headache. What? Who is it? Silence. Go away! Go away! You topple backwards in surprise. The vicious beating against the door interrupts each startled thought you try to form. The door flies open, revealing not the light of the hotel hallway, but a sheet of pure black, and an impossibly large eye, lids peeled back, staring hungrily at you. But there is no door. The eye in the void is all you see. It takes a moment for you to realize you are being pushed towards it. You can just barely open your mouth to scream before you're plunged directly into the blackness of its pupil, the ice-cold liquid of the inner eye, the aqueous humor, rushing up your nose and ears and open mouth.
And that's why we shouldn't talk to strangers anymore.
It's not time for you to check out yet.
But will we actually remember this lesson? The night starts again, heavier, darker, as the Elephant Hotel reminds us of its price.
Things have been set in motion. Choices you made earlier tonight laid the tracks for chemical trains that can't be diverted, only accelerated. You still have choices to make. Who knows what the night has in store for you this time?
This story begins again after the original after party. Curiosity pulls us forward, and we waste no time to see what's at check-in.
You notice a tired-looking guy, probably in his early 20s, slink into the lobby.
Is this the weary guy?
He stalks the area around the check-in desk nervously, like a hungry animal, foreshadowing, certainly. Occasionally, he stops for a moment to pull out his phone, impatiently checking for something.
Who's he looking for? The weary guest hovers at the desk, beginning the check-in process. Okay, how about under the name...
Moreno.
The older dude interrupts as he jogs up to the desk.
It should be under the last name Moreno.
He flashes a smile at the younger guy.
It's Morgan, right? Yeah?
Morgan looks down at his phone again.
Oh, an online meetup. Risky business, especially if one of them's a predator like this Teddy fellow. We know part of this story.
No, officer, you don't understand. If I don't eavesdrop, I'm gonna get sucked into a giant eyeball around midnight. You understand. On Morgan's phone is a message exchange, including a picture of a very buff man's chest, whose face is conspicuously out of frame.
Teddy? Yep. Great, a Roblox meetup. We wish we could step in, but we know there are actually two predators here, Teddy and the wolf. While we hesitate, they slip away and claim a room.
Room 202, please.
Teddy's smile seems to grow wider than his face. Morgan's face remains a weary mask.
Here you are. Wonderful. We can't help but check in on Teddy and Morgan, so we follow the trail of strange events.
You wander around the second floor. You find the door to room 202. You look down. There's a dark smear on the ground, peeking out from under the door of room 202 and going out onto the hallway carpet. Follow the trajectory of the smear, and your eyes land on the door to the stairwell.
We follow the stains through the stairwell to none other than room 431. We don't answer the phone this time. The pieces are connecting, and it's starting to feel less like wandering and more like being watched. Somewhere between exhaustion and disbelief, we end the night back in room 1048, where the Elephant Hotel reminds us of why we shouldn't talk to strangers. And that's where night 2 ends. Yet will the eye ever look away? It's 10:00. We drift over to the diner, hoping that we won't be noticed at this earlier time. A news station reports a jewelry store robbery. The suspect still missing. Could they be trying to hide at their own private island, perhaps? Before that question can be answered, we are interrupted by an unpleasant guest.
Excuse me, is this seat taken?
I'm back! Looks like we have a stalker. No matter when we appear, she's there. So naturally, we escalate our investigation. We press on. After all, sulking won't stop the next nightmare from chewing us up. Which is how we end up poking into room 202.
Something ain't right with that boy. Something glass shatters. Bobby, no! What? You're not sure if the sounds are intensifying, if you're just focusing on them more. All you hear is things breaking, shattering, splintering, and snarling. Gravelly, guttural sounds. The more you listen, the more animal they sound, but it's hard to tell. Is this really happening?
Unfortunately. Did this fight trigger the burgundy stains?
Man, is anybody staying in this hotel?
We can't help but investigate more, so we head to a floor we have never been to yet.
As you walk up to room 609, nice, you hear the audible chick of a hotel door unlocking. You wait for a few moments. No one comes out, and you don't hear anything moving around inside. You push the door open slowly, just in case there's someone very surprised on the other side.
We are never too careful, so we do what we do best, breaking into strangers' rooms.
The room's lights are on,
Why?
but there's otherwise no sign of occupancy. You hear the thumping of someone running around upstairs.
Here's what happens next.
The thumping on the ceiling gets louder, like they're directly overhead. It's actually a little surprising just how loud the noise is, considering how quiet it was out in the hallway. It sounded like they tripped and fell, but closer. You turn around and look up. Finally, the ghost! On the ceiling, rubbing his head, is a boy who looks about 10 years old. He's wearing a sunflower yellow t-shirt with what looks to be a blue dinosaur with a mohawk and sewn onto the shirt. Whatever. Look, man, I just need you to go down to room 202. Need you to figure out what's going on down there, okay? Can you do that for me? I'll give you some candy if you do. What's your name?
Casey?
And why were you running around, Casey?
I said I was sorry.
I wasn't asking for an apology. I was asking for an explanation. No, it's okay. I'm not mad.
Well, I guess I just feel a little cooped up. I don't get to go out that often, so this is kind of nice, I guess.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't always get to leave room 709. Ah, the bleach room's very own resident Casey. Perhaps he holds the answers we're looking for.
That's a nice shirt you're wearing there. How much do you want for it?
Yeah?
Yeah. That instantly evokes a smile, and he stretches the part of it with the Mohawk Dino mascot on it, as if to examine it and confirm your appraisal.
Thanks. I really like it.
Where'd you get it?
My dad made it for me, I think.
Same cloud as before overtakes his face.
I'm pretty sure it was my dad. At least this time. Sometimes I have dreams, and it's weird. It's like I'm other people.
You nod. I guess that's what dreams are like.
If only the ghost stuck to just mind games. Are you hungry?
No, I don't think so.
Huh. Are you sure?
Something ain't right with that boy. Yeah, I ate a bunch earlier tonight.
No, not hungry.
No, boy, I am not thirsty in any sense of the word.
What does the boy mean? Frankly, it doesn't matter. Dr. Erie seizes the moment.
I am going to go to my hotel room. I am going to put on my fuzzy socks, and I am going to sulk and watch white chicks. And you're not invited.
While Dr. Erie muttered about white chicks, we start to feel the room get colder before Casey continues his interrogation.
He giggles, recoiling slightly the imagined sensation of drool all over him.
Since so many people are hungry here, there's parts that have only felt that hunger.
So I think those places have learned to be hungry too.
The back of your neck and your hands start to feel chilly.
And with so much hunger, a lot of people get... I'm not sure what to call it. Like eaten, but not.
Boy, you seen any giant eyeballs floating around?
That thing that people do to other people when they're hungry.
Angry? The longer Casey talks, the more tired you seem to get of this conversation and how he can't seem to get around to the point. I mean, the colder you start to feel. Are you hungry, Casey?
No.
He smiles brightly, in an expression which looks particularly strange from your inverted vantage point.
Nope, I just like looking.
Pervert.
That was a perfectly timed pervert. He's a peeping Tom.
Never in a million years did we think a predator would pretend to be a child. The room gives us goosebumps in a way a child shouldn't be able to. We mumble something about leaving and back away outside of room 609.
Just then, something on the other side of the door pushes it shut. You flinch backwards, not from the force, but from the surprise. Inside the room, you hear the sounds of Casey running around again. And then it grows quieter until it fades entirely, leaving you alone in the stillness of the 6th floor hallway.
Casey's words echo in our heads, despite every instinct to block, delete, and never speak to anyone at this hotel again. Something about room 709 calls to us. Our curiosity, as always, flirting with danger.
Carpeting on the floor outside the door is a weird discoloration, almost like a portion of it was bleached with powder, drawing a loose line from one side of the doorway to the other. This room must be special, all right. You knock, briskly. After a moment, a man with a beard and longish, messy hair opens the door part-way.
Before we get a word out.
He sniffs once and looks you up and down. Pervert.
Honestly, not the worst thing to happen to us tonight. We share our latest paranormal encounter with him. Enough to pique his interest.
You want to talk about it?
His relative lack of surprise here is itself surprising. But then, you had no idea how this conversation would go, so probably everything that happens from here is going to be at least a little surprising. You follow his invitation and walk into this stranger's room. The desk in the room, and the floor near the partly unpacked suitcase, is covered with a handful of different gadgets. Some looking store-bought, others more bespoke.
By coincidence or fate, it looks like we met a ghost hunter. Our chat begins with someone who might just see the hotel the way we do.
You exhale at length and begin to recount your conversation with the upside-down kid. How he felt confined to room 709, how he dreamed of being other people, how people eat each other, how this hotel eats people. For a while, your interviewer doesn't ask any questions, just listens, which somehow makes you feel more self-conscious. Eventually, your story catches up to the present.
And this just happened now?
Recently, yeah. The last half hour or so at the latest. He glances over at his equipment, then looks back to you.
So what makes you think this was a ghost?
I don't know. The fact that he was upside down? On the ceiling? Aren't you some kind of paranormal investigator or something?
Our uneasiness begins to grow as he continues talking.
But I was supposed to check into a different room. People are saying a lot of weird stuff about it, so that was supposed to be my assignment. Check it out, see what's what. In fact, a bunch of the other guys in the group didn't want to come here.
I would have thought people who go out looking for ghosts don't get spooked easily.
We don't. But we're not actually sure what's in that room.
The stories around it aren't your usual chills in the night or voice in the dark type of stuff.
Calling it right here. He's about to give us our room number.
Of course, some people have claimed there were disappearances in it, but none of that's verified.
With our next destination getting more of a spotlight, we quickly change the subject.
Can I ask you something? Can a ghost eat someone? Tries to hide a chuckle, settles for a scarf instead.
No. Ghosts are just someone's soul, so mostly they can just do what any other person could do to your soul.
Looks like this stranger has less experience with ghosts than we do. For a terrifyingly brief moment, this stranger was fun. Until he's not.
Who's that?
Hmm? Oh, this thing? That's Fang. My kid loves him.
Do they make shirts with him on them?
Ha, I wish. That'd make birthdays easier.
Weird. Casey was wearing one. Joan freezes, staring right at you.
Come again?
Casey, the kid I was talking to. He had a shirt with that guy on it, a yellow tee. The air in room 709 simmers with the sudden intensity of John's gaze. He tosses the notebook to the floor behind him and advances on you.
Okay, creep. Out. Now.
He moves towards you with an arm outstretched, ready to lift you off the bed if you weren't willing.
We are thrown out of the ghost hunter's room. We pause in front of the door for a moment. Was Casey a mischievous spirit or the hunter's child from beyond? With too many questions and no answers, we stumble down to the lobby.
Where did everyone... You spin around and scan your surroundings to confirm. The dining area is totally closed for the night, with chairs put up on the tables. The bar should still be open, and all the lights are still on. There's no bartender there. Weren't you just there, or was that a while ago? You checked the time. That can't be right.
Our room number still evades our poor hero.
Well, if you don't remember where your room is, that means you just need to go somewhere you don't remember going, right?
We know how this story goes. We randomly check each hotel room until we stumble upon the dangerous one, room 1048. Going inside, our nerves get the better of us. This was the worst of all nights. We think to ourselves, why do we keep talking to strangers? As we hit the ground.
The two tiles at your eye level are arranged together so that the fake wood grain looks almost like an eye, staring right into you.
And the eye gets us once again.
In your dreams, you're both yourself and not yourself. You don't want to wake up. Not really.
But what do the stories mean? Our fourth night tried to tie up some loose ends, mainly with the father and the ghost child. The father started ghost hunting after questions began piling up. He joined a community and checked into this hotel with one purpose: answers. First, he went after room 1048, our infamous eyeball room. Then, customer service pointed him toward another haunted room. That's where his trail went cold. He never pieced things together, but we did. At least we think we did. The fragments fit, but the full picture remains hidden. And then, of course, our night ends exactly as expected. Devoured by an eyeball. Yet, even in dreams, the strangers we met keep swirling in our minds. Fragments of stories we probably shouldn't be piecing together. A story better left untold. We wake up for the first time on day one, thinking of what we did the previous nights. A server who really should be behind bars. A relentless stalker at a diner. A young adult learning an unfortunate lesson: never underestimate who might be a predator. And a ghost hunter searching for evidence of, well, ghosts. Or maybe his son who may or may not be alive. Everyone has their own story at the Elephant Hotel. But maybe next time we stick to the plan and avoid the stranger danger. Thanks for watching the action, and cut. Before the credits roll, what do you think the stories at Elephant Hotel are really about? Go back, replay the nights, and read our wild theories while the credits roll.